Here's one of the greatest pieces of American comic book art for sure. It's called The Voice for Children, and it was set up by a man named Paul Burke, really, essentially, who was involved with some of these cartoonists, and he come up with the idea to somehow raise money, I guess, through a request by a fellow from the Child Welfare League of America. He said, that sounded like a good idea, and he started asking some of his friends, cartoonist guys, and they said, oh, I'd like to get involved with that. And before you know it, he got all these men to get involved, all these grand golden age of comic book guys to offer their art to this piece of poster work. And it is amazing, there's no doubt. Now, there were 195 of this hand-signed issue, which, of course, is the more valuable one because it's, hand-signed. And then they came out, they were $3,000 each. And then they have these other posters here that were done in mass production, which were far cheaper, a little smaller, but obviously the same piece. And there is an original somewhere out there that was sold, which was the original artwork that was done, I guess, in one sheet of an oversized paper, probably about the size of the one behind here. And when that was originally done, they basically, it would be blank on the bottom, I expect. Unless they all signed it, it's hard to say. But they created this right here, and they basically added these printed signatures at the bottom. So these not being real signatures, but at some time or other, these many artists had to sign these things, these 205, because it's 195 plus 10 artist proofs. There were 205 made, I believe, and they had to sign each one of them one at a time, page by page, their name. And this Paul Bark, he went on vacations for months, and so the family vacation would come out, he'd go to some other part of the country, and they'd all meet at a certain area, wherever that would be, and they'd sign these. They have a signing party, so if, they'd have as many people, he'd probably let them all know, so that maybe Jack Kirby and B.K. Taylor and Aragon maybe lived in the same area, and they would show up in some place, and they'd sign their 205 posters one at a time, just like this. And this artist proof I bought over here, and of course they all have this. The special ones had a label here. Actually, this has it. It's got a seal right there, a notary seal. And I've had many of these too. I've had about 30 of these. And the funniest thing is that this is the first one I've ever seen that didn't have a notary seal. I think somehow they forgot to seal this one. It just snuck through the pack. Because everyone I've ever seen has this notary seal right there, which dates it and all the specifics of this piece. I've never actually done the full encryption of what that says on there, but it's copyrights and such. But it's a notary seal that every one of these signed ones had. These, of course, didn't have it. I've got thousands of those, or had thousands. So anyway, what's very interesting about this one is this is an artist proof I bought, 10 of these. It says AP down here. And the ironic thing is that this right here and that one are different sizes. So I'm thinking the artist proofs, when they were signed all at the same time, because they were all standing around, but there's a different size. There's a size differential, and it's not because it's like been trimmed differently. If you notice, this border here, rectangular right there, you go down here, and it's smaller. So this piece is not by trim different, it's actually a smaller size, this inner printed rectangle. So somehow or other, I'm gonna find out what that's about. I'm gonna call Mr. Burke and figure this out. But here is an example of one of the 205, or actually 195 that were sold. And the artist proofs were made, I guess simple as may be, artist proofs must have been printed with looks like a white paper too. Paper similar feeling. Though this one was rolled up in a tube for many years, so it could have got some acid burn. It's hard to say it was in a tube for many, many years. Just got unearthed last month. Anyway, it's a great piece of art, isn't it? And here's all the different signatures. And this one was owned by a guy named Bruce Hamilton. I bought this on eBay. It was sold by his family when he passed away. And it said on the listing how this one had a very strong signature count. So whenever we went through the pile, I guess they were artist proofs, he grabbed the one that was very strong signature, because some of them, you can see sometimes the signatures were weaker because the pen would be wearing out, or they got tireder, or they got softer. And this one's got a very vibrant vibrant signature set. Anyway, I just want to make a video of this piece because it's just such a fabulous piece. And I'm going to show you all the beautiful signatures on here. And just a very underappreciated, fabulous piece of comic book art. And all these signatures, just as an autograph piece, it's just fantastic. How would you get all these guys to come and sign your notebook? And here it is all on one page, ready to be posted on a wall. For an autograph piece of comic book, there's nothing. This is definitely the ultimate Rolls Royce piece. And there aren't so many out there, so when it comes down to it, there's only about 205 of them, I guess. So they're extremely rare when it comes down to it. It's a great piece. I hope you enjoyed this little video about the Voice for Children artwork.